Hi, my name is Mike Heiner from Strategic Asset Protection, and in today's video I wanted to talk to you about property trusts. So what is a property trust? Well, a property trust really is where you convey the ownership of your residential home into a trust during your lifetime. So why would you want to do that? Well, if you've actually been left a property, so say for instance I was married and my wife passed away and we owned the property jointly, so now because she's passed away and passed it to me, I now own the property 100%. So from a care perspective, that's not great, because every single year 40,000 homes are sold every single year purely just to pay for care. But if I own the property solely, what I can do, as long as I do it in plenty of time before the likelihood of me going into care, as long as I do it in plenty of time, I can convey the ownership of my property into a trust. So the property is then owned by the trust. It still sits within my estate for inheritance tax purposes because I derive a benefit, i.e. I still live in the property, but in all intents and purposes it's owned by the trust. Now I can still control the property, I can still manage the property because I'm a trustee and a beneficiary of this trust. But ultimately they can't then use this property or make me forcefully sell this property to pay for my care because of the fact I don't actually own it. So I did this strategy with my mum. We lost my father about 4 years ago and my mum moved down closer to where I am. So when she purchased her house, she bought it outright, solely owned. And what I did at that point was put the property into trust for exactly that purpose. Now at the moment, there isn't a likelihood that she's going to go into care at the moment. So we've just been prudent with her planning. But if she does need to go into care later on, by having the property in the trust, it gives myself and my brother the option to sell this property, to use the cash to actually pay for her care if necessary. But we don't have to. We have the option, if we don't want to sell the property, to maintain the property because we are also trustees. So we can manage the asset, i.e. the property, within the trust. Now with a lot of these with these property trusts, sometimes you actually lose the residence nil rate ban, because what you're in essence doing is putting the property ownership into a trust. But with the trust that we put together, the property trust that I put together, we have what we call a deed of magic as part of ours. So the property would always qualify for the residence nil rate ban, and you will never pay periodic and exit charges either with the amount that you're actually putting into trust during your lifetime. So if that's something you want some more information on, email me at mike@sap-legal.co.uk and I'll be more than happy to share that information with you. I hope you found that of interest.